Hi everybody, it's Julie, and today I am going to go over and I'm actually going to make the mini challenge in the challenge 4.1, which was the embellishment holder. April had one of these at the gathering. I thought it was so cool, and so I made mine out of a hardcover book. It has a small area here, but what I liked was that you can put things in here and then you can go ahead and file through this. So I have some book page elements that I made while I was at my daughter's house, and I'm going to be putting those in there, and then I can put them into my my bookcase just like this. I did make a little tassel out of some of the fun things that from the gathering. I just thought that, you know, that's how I notice some of my things, or I'm able to tell what is by the tassel that's on it. So I added a tassel. You will see in everybody's pictures and everybody's videos, they all did this different. The thing is you are to use a hardcover book or a cereal box, okay? Or a cereal box in its entirety as it is. Don't replace the edge. This is supposed to be so simple. And then you cut your fabric and you put it inside. Now, my book had end pages, and I decided that I kept them. And so I actually can have a little bit of a divider in there. And so others did other things for dividers. We had Dorothy that put handle on hers. Carolyn did the really cool button closure on hers. And so, yeah, so that was, we made those at the gathering. And then, since that video is not able to be used right now, I'm going to be making another one. So this one, I am going to be making a fussy cut folder for mine. Okay, so I want this to stay in the living room. So when so I think that this will be a great edge. It's not super wide. I don't need a lot of room in here, but I do. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and, oh, you might already, sorry about that. We lost our way here. Let's see if we can get you put back. Okay. So we are going to take this book apart. And you might have some books that are already taken apart. You can use one of those. And, you know, kind of get an idea of what you would want to hold in yours. I actually, the cereal box one, I'm going to make to hold masterboard. Because I found a box of scraps. And I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch of master boards that I can then turn into things. And so, and I think that's what April had in hers at the gathering, was she had master boards in hers. Okay, so that is April. Mama Juju, on the back 40, crafting on the back 40. I'm sorry, April, if I've just demolished your your information there. And she had seen hers from Pam at Paper Outpost, but it was different than the one that we all made. So, yeah, so what we did was our mini challenge in the challenge was what I saw April had done, okay? And that was with the gator mouth opening. so you're able to go ahead and go through. Now, this is to be as simple as you can make it. However, if you want to cover this in here, you can go ahead and cover it. I'm gonna leave mine. I think it's just fine. And I have this fabric. Okay, so this was fabric that I had left over from the Spring Blossom kits from a few years ago, but also I'd used them a couple times for Patreon, Emerald Patreon. Okay, so we're going to cut 2 pieces. Now, this way, I want it to open, like to open. So I am at 4 3/4 is how wide I am. And then I went to the middle of my book. Okay, so starting at the top. Actually, I went across the spine, which is even better because that will give me enough room. And I need 2 of those. So we're going to go ahead and just grab this and we'll cut 2 of them. Okay. And again, this is going to, it'll go in my bookcase in my living room. But there's more. Okay, so the next thing is you're going to want your, the right sides towards the outside probably of your little goodie here. And I'm going to use fabric tack. Because it will dry quickly. Okay. So I'm going to start with going along my edge here. And I'm going to make sure that I've got a pretty good edge because I want it to stay. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this over. I'm going to let the selvaged edge be my edge. Okay. And then I do want, on the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and flip it up. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to fix this right here first. Okay, so adding fabric to both sides on one side of the book. And I want to make sure that this is going to hold when I open and close it. So I did add a little extra. And I am a fan of fabric tack, so I know some are not, but I'm... Okay, so we go there, and then we'll just go ahead. Okay, now we're going to do back the other way. And we're going to attach the other piece. I mean, it really is this simple, okay? I think the hardest part is finding something to use. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fold this over and line it up with the other one that I had. Okay, just line it up. And, oh shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's come and quickly do this side too. So line it up first. I should have used the other one. It comes out better. Okay, just in case. Okay, then I'm going to close my book. Oh my goodness. Okay, and this is what you're gonna get. I'm going to turn this over and make sure that that is down really nice. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this piece, my bottom, and put it back in, just like that. I'm not going to glue it or anything. I'm just putting it in. Same on this side. Okay, now remember we had Bonnie put a band so it would stay open, and but that is basically what you are doing. Okay, you're adding fabric to the edge, and I want to fix this right here. There we go. Just adding fabric to the edge, and that gives you your little thing that you're going to be able to put your book in. Now, I just forgot that I wanted to do something to make mine different. So which side is going to be the easiest to take off? I'm going to take off this side. Okay, so I wanted to add a couple of things here. And I am going to use, if I can find a junk envelope. Well, that's what my plan was, to use a junk envelope, but I think we'll go ahead and we'll use some packaging. Okay. And what I want is I want a place for my scissors to be, so they're already in it. Because remember, I'm making mine is a fussy cut box. Okay, it's gonna have a place for me to keep things to fussy cut. So there's going to be two pockets. One is going to have a place for my scissors. Okay, so one is a place for my scissors, and then one is going to be a place. Do I have another one? For like plastic bags. Okay, so that I have something, plastic bags or envelopes or both, so I have something to put them in. And I also will be putting a bag in here to use for trash. And so this is something that I can take with me in the car quickly if we're going to go somewhere. I will already have, like, I'm going to put like this page of butterflies. I'll just put that in here, and I'll put maybe a page of postcards, and I'll be able to put those in here and have them in here. So how am I going to go ahead and put this in? Well, if you watched yesterday's video, at the end I played with some vellum, and I showed you several ways that I put things in to make them to have them stick. I stuck, what all did I stick? I stuck some washi tape to vellum. I made a sticker and was able to stick that to vellum. I stuck my vellum to my journal. And so, yeah, and I have some other things that I do to be able to use vellum. The thing about vellum is you don't want to, it's see-through. So use some things you don't want to use it because, you know, because it's see-through. Okay, so this is going to be my big pocket. This will hold my scissors. And, okay, so just like this, we'll be able to put my scissors in there. It'll hold a pair of scissors, okay? And then over here, I'm going to put this in, and this is where I'll have some envelopes to be able to put the things that I fussy cut in. And yeah, so okay, so after this we're gonna make one. Okay, we only got running out of tape, but that's okay. Okay, so like I said, this will be able to go on my shelf. It'll look nice on my shelf. And then I can grab it and take it with me. And it's already set up for a car project. Or, you know, just a waiting project. Okay, and remember, because we did the wide mouth thing, we'll be able to open this up. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do here is I am going to go ahead and make this one easier to get in and out. And the same here. And I probably should have put there we go. Okay, but that should make it easier, okay, for my scissors to go in. So I will put a pair of scissors in here that I like to use for fussy cutting. I actually like my larger scissors. So a pair of scissors, and then things to keep the fussy cuts in. So I'll put some bags and things in here to hold the things that I fussy cut. Okay, so yeah, those will go there. Let's see if we can get that out. Okay, and I'll save that for something. We'll use it for something. Okay. Okay, so we need to go ahead and put this back together. But I wanted to show you, I mean, putting pockets on the inside and making it for something that you're actually going to want to be, you know, that you might think that you want to have. Okay, yeah, this one's going to come out much faster. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and This was the hardest part, was the putting the second piece in, I thought. The second piece of fabric. What do you think? What was the hardest part of making this for you? And did you make one? And are you using it? Or what would you use one of these for if you made one? So, like I said, check out Bonnie's. Hers was red. She had the extra band. Carolyn's had the button. And Dorothy has put, there we go. Okay, so that's what I'm going to have. And then you can just go ahead, put those on the inside. And I have, like I said, I have a pocket for a pair of scissors and a pocket to put the things, envelopes and baggies to hold my things. And then these are just going to go in there. Okay. So, but there you go. That will go nicely in my cupboard and look like, or in my bookcase, and look like it's supposed to be a part of this. Okay, so the next one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use a cereal box. Several of you said you don't have a book cover. I really recommend a book cover because it was easy and fast. And a cereal box, you're going to have to cover your cereal box. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there's one. This will give us our straight line, so even though I can't get it to go through two things, I can get it through one, and it gives us a straight line. Oh my goodness. I am very sore from working in the garden. Lots of my whole garden is in totes or in pots. I live in the desert, so that is just the best way for me to be able to control the water. And our dirt here is, you know, it's sandy and it's crazy. So we have had a good amount of rain this year, and we have weeds coming up in places that I've lived here. We've been married 14 years, so I've lived here 14 years. I've been visiting here for 17. You know, 3 years before that, have never seen weeds in the horseshoe pit. Ever, 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 ever. And it is full of weeds that are about 4 feet tall. So, okay, so you cut your cereal box out. Okay, now obviously you're going to have a bigger area here. Now you need to cover it with something, and I really wanted to use some of the papers from my new thing. Let me grab something. Okay, so I have picked this as my inspiration to redo my for the decorating of my craft room. Okay, so I loved this kit. You all know that I especially loved this. The daisy has a green center. I did pull out, I had these Easter ones, and then from this scrapbook paper, I found this. And I think I'm going to use this and this piece of the pink material. And that is going to be for, I'm going to make this for master boards. Now, I do have enough, actually, of this, but it doesn't match it at all. Okay, so cereal box. I need to cover my cereal box, and I could go ahead and turn it inside out. Be easier to cover it. And so I'm going to go ahead and cover it and then cover it. And this will be, so my spine will be, you know what? I think I want this on my spine. We'll save the Easter ones. Those I had bought to do the Easter, some Easter stuff. Didn't get it done. Okay, so we're going to put that one down first. Okay, and I can decorate the inside or not, but the outside is going to need to be decorated. Okay, if you're using a cereal box, you want it to be pretty on your shelf. Cool thing about using the book is it just looks like a book is on your shelf. Okay, so this one goes on first. Let's see. I have my template for my kite embellishment right there. I finished the other butterfly journal. Yay! And I have a card today, so it's going to get mailed out. So that is exciting. Okay, so also, after noticing that the there's only 30 days in April, and so our VIP will be this Wednesday. So watch for your invitation. If you finished your March journal, finished it on time and posted, you will get invited to your VIP. I'm excited. I had already put the digital together before I went to the gathering so that it would not be something I was worrying about when I got home. And so I'm really glad. I just have to edit some of the things. So yeah, so everyone that finished their March journal finished it on time and posted it. And the special group is getting an invitation to a virtual internet party. It's a 2-hour party that we actually get a chance to play with the digital that I've given to them in that special group. Okay, so yeah, so watch for your invitation. I know we had a few new people And so you might be wondering how that works. That's how we do it. And this is how I'm doing this here. I'm just going to go ahead, lift that line right up, just like that. And then we'll cut off the extra, or we could fold it over. Okay, so you could fold it over on all your edges. I'm going to leave my edges, okay? I mean, why fold over just one? I'm just covering it with paper. I don't think I need that. Okay, got a string over here. Driving me crazy. Cut the string. Okay, then we're going to go ahead. This edge has some. And you can cover the inside also. I'm looking to see if I have just some, let's see. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some paper for the inside. Okay, so I have I have some of the brights, and I was like, oh, I have that. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and grab that. We'll can put that on here. So I haven't really used the bottom of the XL. This is on shiny paper, so that's why I'm using the XL, but I want to not touch it with my skin because it gives me the weirdest feeling. I'm just going to go around. The outside's really good. It's got like a silicone. This one does not have the ridges like the Mono Tombow has. Just has. Okay, and this is going to be on the inside, so if it ends up that you can see the glue through it, that's okay. But how many chances do you get to use something this bright, right? And I've got a whole ream of it that my friend that was the teacher gave me. She gave me several reams of paper. And Tom and I have started, like, when we have to copy the messages for our Monday volunteer ham radio thing that we do. Now we print those on the colored papers. It's like ops plans, things like that we need, but we don't need to keep them. So what do you do with the bright papers that you have, maybe that okay. I have used these, and I will be using them again because I'm going to be doing some of the mini books like I did, like the one that I made for a gift. I will be doing those, and you see the bright colors that are in them. I'll be able to use some in those, but and I will, this is my favorite color right here. And actually, that is my favorite color. And it's a pink daisy with a green center. That is my favorite color. So, favorite flower, favorite color. but not what I would answer for a password question. Just a heads up. Not going to give out a password question. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and fold this. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue these down also. Okay, so yeah, so that's all you have to do to decorate your cereal box. You can just add paper. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and we're going to add our fabric. Okay, so now this one I'm going to do simple. I'm not going to add the pockets on the inside or anything extra. I'm just going to do the, I just got to find the best piece. Aha, that will work. Okay, so I'm going to cut 4 3/4 and 4 3/4. Snip and rip. Lots of fraying on this. Okay, put it over in the fabric pile. Got things sticking to my glued fingers. Okay, now we're up to the really simple glue it in. Okay, so just like we did before, we'll put glue on each side and then glue it, and we're going to use the new bottle because it came out faster. Okay, gives us more time to work with it because we get it on here faster. Okay, so we'll put this one on and we'll go with this one. One on. Okay. This is spreading nicely, so I don't even think I need to go back and tell it where I want it to go. Okay, like I said, this was the hardest part. Just putting it on the second piece. Okay. Okay, and then go ahead and glue those in. You guys, the cereal box stands up. So with that wide, now of course once you put things in here, it's not gonna sit up. Now one other thing, you can come down and actually put some pleats in your stand up here. So put some pleats. I'm just gonna grab them with my fingers. Okay, and this had a much wider base on it. So, okay, I'm going to turn that under. Now, you know what? Let's just go ahead and pleat it. To complete it, we'll pleat it. Okay. So I'm grabbing it from the inside is what I want to do. See my fingers working on the inside there, putting two pieces together. Okay, and this one's still going to be able to fit in my cupboard. Okay, and I have to say I like the thinner ones better, but I think this is going to be nice. And I needed to show because we had several people tell me that they did not have a book, and they are working on the challenge. So this is a requirement to make for your challenge. Okay. Our mini challenge in the challenge 4.1. Okay. So then that'll go into my bookcase like that. And we made it out of a cereal box. So how cool is that? And then you can go ahead and put whatever you wanted to in there. I don't think it's going to work for the master boards. My other one might work better for the master boards. But they could, you know, something else can go in here. And so you just can go ahead and put some things in, and then put it in your bookcase. Okay, so there you go. We have an ephemera holder made from a cereal box, and we have our ephemera holder made with a large, beautiful book. And again, mine will be for fussy cutting. So I will have a pair of scissors in there, and then over here I will have a place for plastic bags and some envelopes, things that I would want to go ahead and put those fussy cuts in to save. And then also the pages that I want to fussy cut will go in here. And yeah, I think it's going to be really, really cool. I can just grab this and take it with me when I am going somewhere and I need a little project in the car. So yeah, I'm actually thinking I might connect this here. I was getting ready to put this all away, and I picked this up, and I was going to add some more fussy cuts in here, and I decided that the best way probably to add my fussy cuts in here was to add a couple of file folders. So I'm going to put one on each side of the way that my fold has happened in my, in my fabric sides. Put that up there. Okay, so one towards the front and one towards the back. And because I want to put these long sheets bigger sheets in here, then I can go ahead and I can put them in the file. Okay, so I just think that that's going to work better for me, and so wanted to give you that idea. You could go ahead and add a couple file folders if your goodie is big enough. I may even attach my fabric to the file folders. What do you think about that? Okay, so I can still file through here. I can still see my pocket here that my scissors are going to be in, and the one that my others are going to be in here. But I think that that is going to be awesome. Okay, just a little extra thing. But there we go. That one, my French garden style. When you see that on my shelf, you'll know it's actually an ephemera holder. And I also have my original that I made at the gathering, the Country Flowers of Victorian Lady book. And this one I made, and I used beautiful end leaves will be folder. They'll be folder dividers. Yeah. So remember, some people put handles, put an edge on theirs. I've got stuff all stuck to my fingers. All kinds of different ways of doing it. But the main thing is take a book cover or a cereal box and add your fabric to the edges so that it opens so that you can file through it, and then it goes, it can easily go into your bookcase. Okay, and I added a tassel because that's how I find things in my stuff, is by the tassel a lot of the time. So yeah, so there you go. Find something to celebrate every day. And let us know if you make an ephemeral holder. And have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.